You said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the UCLA Bruins, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Cowboys will kick it away to start us off. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll give it to the back. Turning it on. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UCLA.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. On the move from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. He might want another play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing.
Man, you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
And the Cowboys have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. He fires to the left side. He's got it along the sideline.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure coming. He unleashes a long one. It's a big stride inside the 10. Run out of bounds just before he can get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point was good. Quick work on that score. high-scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They go to the ground. Hard running there. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground. They've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll go to the ground and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It is deafening in here. The panel people going to work. 3rd down and a big one for the Cowpokes. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Just feeds the running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking downfield to throw. On target to the left. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Give to the running back. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Tight end in motion. motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go to the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. And a nice grab with a defender right on him, and he's down at the 20. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The corners are walked up tight. Using his feet. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Haynes. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Might be calling a hot route. He'll start this drive firing. Firing to the right, complete. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these 2 teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7.
perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
The Cowboys are threatening on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And to get rid of it quickly. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming.
Timeout, UCLA.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Green 25.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Max looking for the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the 2nd drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Bruins line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He's got great speed. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. Stealing a score on special teams. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last last drive, Jesse, they had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Quarterback making checks. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Back to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the
Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Connection to the right. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. This quarterback part of their running game. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Ball down at the 45-yard line. Second down coming up.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And a really great job by the defense defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. He might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Massey. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Here comes the heat. Shoots it to the left. Complete downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look in the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Touchdown, Bruins! Quick strike through the air for the score.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it on the outside. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, this quarterback, I think, has earned the right to take shots here late in the first half. They've had a lot of success. They've got the lead. They're not going to play it safe. He's going to make good decisions, and when he has opportunities to throw strikes, he's going to hit those throws.
Fakes the grab. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Cowboys want to crank the tempo. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
Timeout, UCLA.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down.
Come on, set. Gorilla.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking left. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Throwing right. This time he's got his man. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already. heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
The Cowboys will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Here's the pressure. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback may change this route. He wants to throw it. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Try to get themselves back in the football game.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Lets it fly. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Wants to throw again. It's complete to the right. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a 1st down at the 12. And the Cowboys, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Cowboys will hustle to the line. Get a pass rush like that, and the Bruin faithful will give you an 8 clap and a heartbeat.
They'll get jacked up. They'll get excited. I mean, you think about a defense. You got to get those guys up front. You want to dominate college football. You want to be in the mix. Find those big defensive linemen that can make plays.
Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the team because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on second down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. On the move at the 30. Bulldozes his way through. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Massey. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. On target over the middle. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Back's got it. Touchdown, UCLA! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
17 on the play. Good enough for a first down.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bruins! With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
And the extra point was good to finish things off.
Oklahoma State 42, UCLA 31.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking the...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Cowboys want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense, after giving up that sack, they're not going to take time to think about what happened. They're going right back to the line of scrimmage to try to run another play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
With the catch, it's Wells. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
To the air on first down. Quickly complete. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the fourth quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
This offense isn't calling the dogs off in this game. We're here late. They're still taking shots, and a big reason why is how good this quarterback has been all game long. 4 touchdown passes. He's reading the defense. He's playing in rhythm. He's throwing on time. He's been accurate. And late in the game, they're still letting him take shots.
Working the middle. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He makes a grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma State! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were, and now big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So an 82-yard drive there. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Shoot, quick toss to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Off the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him.
For the offense.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. taking it the other way.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the fourth quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
That's caught. It's Wells. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rifles it down the middle. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man on the right. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. And the Cowboys have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Unloads to the right. Got him in the open. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really, really good game for this quarterback. He's been almost flawless.
Looking to throw on first down. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Pocket breaking down. Looking for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
The offense changing the play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! And the punishment has been extended. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Defense playing a bail technique. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking downfield on first down. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
One more play to pad the stats. To the air on second down. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the fourth. This was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. Yeah, he didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.